A warm welcome to all our dignitaries. May I request all the dignitaries to take the seating on stage, and I request the crowd to be standing until they are all seated. I need more energy. Come on, this is the first day. We need to keep up this energy a lot more. I want all the parents to cheer, the seniors to cheer, with a warm welcome to all our dignitaries on stage. Thank you all so much. Now you may be seated. A very good morning to one and all present here for this gracious occasion of the inauguration ceremony of MBA batch 2024-2026. The ISBR family extends its warm welcome to all who have gathered at this inaugural function: students, dignitaries, faculties, industry people, and every other support staff over here. With every new beginning, the universe whispers a symphony of hope, unveiling the magic of creation and the power of untold stories waiting to unfold. It's our great privilege in welcoming you all to the inaugural function of the new batch of MBA students of 24 to 26 batch. Before we start the program, we have a humble request. It's a very simple request. May I request you guys to kindly turn off your phones or put it on silent mode so that the proceedings don't get disturbed. I need to do that from my own phone as well. Thank you so much. A warm welcome to all the dignitaries on stage. It's a privilege to have you all here for the very first day of the inauguration of the MBA batch. Every sunrise brings a new beginning, a fresh canvas upon which you can paint your dreams, rewrite your story, and embrace the infinite potential of the unwritten chapters ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, beloved dignitaries, guests from the industry, well-wishers, industry partners, governing council members of ISBR, academic council members of ISBR, faculty members, ISBR family members, ISBR alumni, new entrants of ISBR, parents, press, and media. We wish to keep the gathering informed that this batch, as usual, comprises of students from different geographical locations of the country who will be successfully landing in different parts of the world as corporate leaders and entrepreneurs and are eagerly waiting to kickstart a voyage in pursuit of excellence. We extend a warm welcome to all the stakeholders of ISBR. In the stillness of this moment, we connect with the divine presence within and around us, with a prayer to invite love, healing, and harmony into all lives and into the world by invoking the blessings of the Lord Almighty. We call upon the ISBR members for the prayer song.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्याय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थाय मे गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरुवे गुरुगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्म सदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्ड खण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्याय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
With the blessings of the God, the Almighty, we start the first year, first day of the batch 2024 and 2026. Now, Ganesha Vandanaya Nantra, let's do the auspicious lighting of the lamp. With the lighting of this lamp, we invoke the presence of divine blessings and grace. May its radiant glow bring peace, harmony, and prosperity into our lives, and may it serve as a beacon of light in the times of darkness. May I now request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly come on the dais to light the lamp, please. Thank you all so much. It's a great honor and privilege to have with us our guests who have kindly consented to grace this occasion, and we take a lot of pride in introducing our esteemed dignitaries to the audience. We have a big round of applause for all the dignitaries on stage. We take the privilege of introducing our chief guest, Dr. Avnish Kshatriya. Dr. Avnish, serving as Chief Digital and Information Officer at Trilegal, has 27 plus years of diverse and global experiences, including the markets of India, US, UK, and Europe, in digital transformation with 30 plus Fortune 500 clients, organizations across countries, industry verticals as such oil and gas, retail and CPG, manufacturing and auto, banking, healthcare, and pharma. He has been leading the firm's digital roadmap across initiatives associated with the run, change, and transform dimensions in an industry poised for disruption by the new age technology. He has played a spectrum of leadership and specialist roles and driven initiatives for key enterprises business solutions like delivery, operations, sales, pre sales, HR, finance, and whatnot. He comes with a successful track record of incubation and scaling up digital capabilities and enterprise worldwide solutions, especially on new age technologies and domains, into businesses, profit and loss driven practices, and service delivery functions as well. We request Dr. Manish Kothari, President of ISBR Group of Institutions, to felicitate Dr. Avnish Kshatriya. Thank you, Dr. Avnish. Thank you, Dr. Manish. We feel privileged to introduce our honorable guest, Ms. Kritika Shivanation. Ms. Kritika Shivanation has 17 plus years of experience and has handled the entire gamut of the hire to retire life cycle in leading organizations globally. She has worked in India and the UK across various industries and companies like Gramineer, Continental Automotive, Miniba Intech, Lee Boy, and is currently heading HR for Mercedes-Benz Financial Services India Private Limited. She has worked with multiple entities in terms of employee engagement initiatives globally. Apart from this, she is also a MasterChef finalist and an avid badminton player. We request we request Dr. Narasimhan, Dean ISBR, to felicitate Ms. Kritika Shivanation. Thank you so much, Ms. Kritika. Thank you so much, Dr. Narasimhan. When does life come to a full circle? When you go back to the same college, but not as a student, but maybe as a guest. Our next dignitary is nothing short of this. We humbly take this opportunity to introduce our honorable guest, our alumni from the batch of 2012 to 2014, almost a decade ago. Mr. Santosh Prasad. Mr. Santosh, currently serving as Assistant Vice President of HSBC. He is a result oriented professional with several years of experience in the financial services industry. especially in KYC ops, the sanctions and AML, and fraud investigations. He is responsible for managing operations and cross functional terms in the financial crime risk portfolio. He is proficient in handling quality deliverables, organizing process strategies, and building synergy with stakeholders. His other functional skills include process re engineering and speculating customer behavior to safeguard them from financial crime risk. Welcome, sir. And we request Dr. Neela A. Chotai to felicitate Mr. Santosh Prasad. Thank you, Dr. Neela. Thank you, Mr. Santosh. We take great privilege in introducing our beloved president of ISBR, Dr. Manish Kothari. Dr. Manish Kothari is the president of ISBR Group of Institutions and BET Group of Institutions. He is a doctorate from the University of Mysore and a recipient of a gold medal from Karnataka University. His service towards education and community development has been recognized by various national and international organizations. In his leadership, ISBR Business School has partnership with more than 25 international B schools and universities. He has been a guiding force for us at ISBR. May I request Dr. K.S. Anand Ram to kindly felicitate Dr. Manish Kothari. Thank you so much, Dr. K.S. Anand Ram, and thank you so much, Dr. Manish. We're pleased to introduce Dr. K.S. Anand Ram, Senior Director of ISBR. Dr. K.S. Anand Ram has done MTech in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Mumbai with post-graduation and PhD in Human Resource Development. He has over 25 years of experience in reputed industries like Tata Motors, Myco, Ford Motors, and Cummins India. He also has over a decade of experience in reputed management institutes as well. He has held important posts in professional bodies. He has published over 100 articles. We are glad to have you here, sir, as a part of our ISBR family. May I request Dr. Narasimhan to kindly felicitate Dr. K.S. Anandaram. Thank you so much. We feel extremely happy to introduce Dr. C. Manohar, Senior Director, ISBR. Dr. C. Manohar is the Senior Director of ISBR. He has contributed immensely to the growth of the institution. He is also our Governing Council member. Dr. C. Manohar is a distinguished educator, mentor, and visionary social entrepreneur and boasts of a rich academic background and a remarkable career spanning over 3.5 decades. His global perspective is reflected in his diverse experiences across sectors, including industries, government, IMB, B schools, industry bodies, and international development agencies. Dr. Manohar actively promoted the industry's interests by serving on several advisory committees of governments and boards. In summary, Dr. C. Manohar is a beacon of knowledge, mentorship, and entrepreneurship, characterized by unwavering dedication and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence. His legacy shines as a luminary in academia and business. We request Dr. Anand Agarwal to kindly felicitate Dr. C. Manohar. Thank you so much, Dr. Anand. Thank you so much, Dr. Manohar. We are pleased to introduce Dr. Narasimhan, Dean ISBR. Dr. Narasimhan is a product of IIT Roorkee for Masters, IIT Madras for PhD, and TIFR for postdoctoral research. He had done an executive program in IIM Ahmedabad, starting his career in teaching, laying a strong foundation in research and analytical thinking. He was instrumental in establishing some of the best practices in academics. He then switched over to the software industry for a few years and returned to academics. He provided leadership to Great Lakes Institute of Management for 6 years and a couple of Blue Ocean business schools. His areas of teaching widened to include strategy, operations, entrepreneurship, and technology innovation. He headed St. Joseph and 39 Institute of Management, Bangalore, until recently. We request Dr. Anand Ram to kindly felicitate Dr. Narasimhan. Thank you, Dr. Anand Ram. Thank you, Dr. Narasimhan, sir. We feel privileged in introducing Dr. Anand Agarwal, Executive Director, ISBR. Dr. Anand is working as the Executive Director of ISBR Business School, Bangalore. He has been actively contributing in the roles of an academic, an entrepreneur, a transformative leader, a mentor, a researcher, and an active learner with international experience. He has held advisory and leadership positions in many educational institutions in more than 5 countries in the last 20 years. Dr. Anand has served as President, Vice Chancellor, Country Director, Associate Dean, Associate Head, Department Head, and Program Director. Dr. Anand has worked with renowned international institutes such as Swinburne University of Technology in Sarawak, Malaysia, the Asian Institute of Management in Manila, Philippines, the Institute of Management of Technology, the American University in the Emirates in Dubai, the Institute of Management of Technology, the American Institute in the Emirates in Dubai, Blue Crest University College in Ghana, Africa, Chandigarh University in India, and part-time adjunct positions in Paris, France. Dr. Anand has obtained PhD in marketing from ICFAI University and an MBA, worked with esteemed research firms like Kantar, Taylor, Nelson Softwares, TNS, collaborating with national and multinational clients. His research accomplishments include publishing in Scopus and leading ADBC international journals. He is an editorial board member and a reviewer in multiple international journals and has guided many scholars and researchers. It's a privilege to have you, sir. May I request Dr. C. Manohar to felicitate Dr. Anand Agarwal. Thank you so much. We're pleased to introduce Dr. Neela A. Chotai, Director, Academics, ISBR. Dr. Neela Chotai has a progressive record in the academic domain with over 16 years of experience in teaching at the higher education sector and distinguished record of publications in academic journals. And she has a strong philosophy for teaching and knowledge of many different methods to motivate students to develop their expertise in specific areas. A dedicated partner to institutional programs and outreach events that help promote learning and supporting the community, she holds a Master of Arts in Economics from Pondicherry University, followed by from MBA and PGDHRM as other postgraduate degrees. She has she was also awarded a PhD in economics from the University of Mysore in 2013. She has worked in reputed management institutions and autonomous universities. Her core area of interest is in economics and HR. She has been a core committee member in the accreditation process at management institutions for NAC, NBA, IACBE, and she has conducted sessions for German industry partners and Indian Plywood Industries Research and Training Institute. She has co authored a book in marketing management. She has a rich experience in contributions. In, she has a rich experience in developing curriculum and planning the academic calendar as well. Dr. Neela, extensive Dr. Neela has extensive research contributions too, that includes over 25 research papers published in renowned national and international journals as well as contributions to edited books. She is a guest editor for Scopus Journal, Empirical Economics Letter. She is also a reviewer of IGI Global Publications. She has authored a book on marketing management as well. Now, may I request Dr. Anand Agarwal to felicitate Dr. Neela Chotai. Thank you so much, Dr. Anand and Dr. Neela. Well, for all the first year students, yeah, I'm sure you're all very impressed with the profile of the dignitaries and the kind of people we have on board at ISBR. But how is life at ISBR? Today is the first day of your 2 years awesome journey. Now, life at ISBR is an overwhelming experience shared by all. It's time to savor the life and energy at the ISBR campus, and this will be showcased by a video clip prepared by our second year students to all the incoming students. Let's have a look at the video.
Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them. And this opportunity has been served to us by ISBR. Let's illuminate the extraordinary journey that awaits you at ISBR, a crucible where young minds are forged into visionary leaders. We believe in experiential learning, and our curriculum has been meticulously crafted to mirror the real world challenges that you will encounter. Our meticulously planned industrial visits and outbound activities offer you a golden opportunity to bridge the gap between theory and practice. We are privileged to have a galaxy of industrial experts, countless workshops led by seasoned professionals from MNCs and big industries. Our state-of-the-art infrastructure, including digital classrooms with smart screens and a well-stocked library, along with cafeteria, provides the ideal environment for smart learning. Our grand auditorium is the stage for a plethora of conclaves and pre-placement trainings. IQ, our spectacular fest that not only showcases your talents, also builds invaluable networks, has been a grand success over the years. The recently concluded Tech Summit in Bangalore was a testament to our commitment to industrial exposure. The highlight of our program is the I Am Now Invocation program, which allows students to gain industry relevant skills and exposure. Our MBA placement training modules are designed to hone your communication skills and problem solving acumen, empowering you to confidently face any interview or professional challenge. Our students have been recruited by big companies in different sectors of the economy, polishing their skills. Beyond academics, ISBR is a vibrant community that nurtures well-rounded individuals. Our club activities held every week are a testament to our commitment to holistic development. ISBR is more than just a college. It's a launchpad for your career. It's a place where you will not only acquire knowledge, but also cultivate the essential qualities of a successful leader. Join us on this transformative journey, and together, let's sculpt the leaders of tomorrow.
I'm sure you're all very excited to see your seniors there. Next year, it's going to be your video, your faces on that. With that, that's so exciting to know how exciting the next 2 years is going to be here, right? It's not just about studies, a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie, and you get to attend other campuses as well, and that grooms you into an overall very, very well groomed individual and a future leader for tomorrow. Well, we're sure that this has brought in great excitement to all of us and expect an immediate start to embark on. Now, may I request Dr. Neela A. Chotai, the academic director, to kindly brief the gathering about the ISBR MBA program. May I have you here, Dr. Neela A. Chotai?
Thank you. Dignitaries on the dais, esteemed faculty members, guests from corporates, parents, and most importantly, dear students, good morning. It's immense pleasure and great honor for me to stand before you today as we celebrate the momentous occasion, the inauguration of our new MBA cohort. On behalf of entire ISBR family, I extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. Today marks the beginning of new chapter in your lives. It is a moment filled with excitement, anticipation, and yes, a touch of nervousness. As you step into this prestigious program, you're not just entering a classroom, you're joining a vibrant community of thinkers, leaders, and innovators. Our MBA program is designed to challenge you, inspire you, and equip you with the tools of need to excel in ever evolving world of business. So what do you expect from this journey? Intellectual growth. You will be exposed to wealth of knowledge, thorough rigorous coursework, engaging discussion, thought-provoking case studies. Embrace the challenge of stretching your intellectual limits. Dive deep into strategic thinking, innovative problem solving, and dynamic leadership. This program is not just learning theories, but also applying them in real world scenarios. You will have opportunities to work on live projects, engage with industry leaders, and build professional network that will serve as foundation for your future career. Make most of this opportunity grow both personally and professionally. Business is not a solitary pursuit. It is about collaboration, communication, and ability to work effectively with a diverse team. You will be working with talented peers from various backgrounds. Embrace these interactions and learn from each other's experience. The relationship you build here will last a lifetime. The MBA program is designed uniquely in such a way that knowledge creation and dissemination that would happen for the next 2 years. The mission of ISBR is to provide an excellent learning environment in which every student would acquire the skills, knowledge that are necessary to become a well-rounded leader ready to face the VUCA world. The curriculum of MBA is offered in building blocks of foundation courses, core courses, specialization courses, skill based courses, certification courses, and MOOC courses. C talks, guest lectures, rural immersion programs, government projects, developing entrepreneurial spirit alongside mentoring at 6 levels are a part of your program. All students' activities are supported by various clubs and committees, internship is mandatory part of your curriculum where you are exposed to real-time scenarios. As you embark on this journey, remember that you are here because you have already demonstrated exceptional potential and commitment to your future. You have earned your place in this program through hard work, dedication, and vision for your future. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the parents for showering love, support, and encouragement to all students present here. Today marks not only a new chapter in the academic journey of the students, but also a testament to the sacrifices and guidance provided by your parents. Sincere thanks to the dignitaries for taking their valuable time to come in person for this inauguration. Special thanks goes to our Managing Director, Dr. Manish Kothari, an exemplary leader and entrepreneur who, with a vision to build responsible citizens for our nations, and is a guiding force for our institution. It is motivating to have experienced professionals like Dr. Mahanover, Dr. Anandram, Dr. Narasimhan as a guiding force. Special thanks to the Director Admission, Ms. Kavita Madhusudan, and the admission team for their exceptional efforts and dedication. Their rigorous evaluation process and attention detail have resulted in choosing a vibrant and diverse student community here, fostering an environment of learning and collaboration. As we look forward to the next 2 years of your MBA journey, I encourage you to set ambitious goals, challenge yourself, and make most of every opportunity that comes your way. Welcome to this exciting new chapter. We are thrilled to have you here and look forward to the incredible contributions you will make to our community. Once again, many congratulations to all of you on reaching this milestone and best wishes as you embark on this new journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Neela A. Chotai, our academic director for ISBR MBA program. You know what? Every now and then, these days, people don't take permission, is what I say. So when we are actually watching reels, also automatically the ad pops up. Earlier, it was never like that. It was very streamlined. Like, okay, you'll get your break at this time, you will get your lunch break. So these days, we all are like not even asking permissions. Well, I'm going to ask permission. Okay, I'm going to tell you how 15 seconds can change your life little later. But for now, let me please welcome Dr. Manish Kothari. May I request Dr. Manish Kothari to deliver the presidential address. We take privilege in inviting our dynamic leader, the driving force, the man behind ISBR, Dr. Manish Kothari.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I would also love to know how 15 seconds can change someone's life, and I look forward to that happening. As I see the great faces in the audience, I see one of the face, and I should not forget to mention about this face. I mean, there's so many faces to mention about. There's one face that has brought me a surprise, happiness, and a smile, and that is I see a student of the batch 2008-10, if I'm not wrong, 9-11 or 2008-10 in the audience. And his name is Prashant Guha. He has been an amazing individual of the institution, and he has won so many laurels as when he was students. If I remember going, Prashant, home at 9 p.m. sometimes from the institute, I saw you and your friends working on something very interesting every time on the campus. And whenever you met, I know there were so many memories that you spoke about. So nice to see you here. So all these students here who are joining, look at this face. Today, after your inauguration, if there is someone whom you need to be around, are two great alumnus here, one on the dais, one off the dais. So nice to have you. Prashant, may I ask you to come on the stage for a second, please? ISBR is all about people, and the brand ISBR is only as strong as its student, faculty, and alumni are. And we are proud that this brand is strong because of alumnus like all of you all. Can we have a great round of applause for them? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the great new students and their parents and the people who have come all across, members on the dais, off the dais, to bless this new incoming batch. To everyone here who's present, to bless this August gathering, to bless these students. Can we have a great round of applause and gratitude for each one of them? We are in the month of loud August. Why is August very important for our country? Loud? Yes. So today being August, and we are going to talk about Independence Day. 15th August is what we all look upon for. I am also going to talk about the number 15. Very important, right? So in number 15, I leave it for the end of the talk. And let me take 5 great important things happening in our country at this point of time, what is making us proud. So today is all about Bharat. Today is all about getting to Vikasit Bharat. Today is all about our country, India. And I dedicate this August to this incoming batch and to our great country, India. I'll take 5 celebrations that our country is doing, we are proud about. And from these celebrations, let's take the lesson of how are we going to spend our time in this institution, ISBR, and make our moments meaningful and interesting. Can we start with the 5 incidents? Yes? Let's start with the first one. I'd say the name and memories will spiral around your mind. I connect to cricket. So I start with cricket. And I take the name of Rohit Sharma. Look at the smiles there. Oh, it's been just few days that we have had some success with this man, right? So let's look at this man and let's look at his journey and how this success happened. Rohit, in fact, rise to cricketing greatness in the recent days is a great story of transformation and perseverance. In the early 2000s, this man had some tough time. He was not sure at what level of batting is he going to come up and lead our country. At that time, in the year 2013, there was one man whom we all love, MS Dhoni. He came to the level up and he said that he made a very bold decision, saying that he will opening the battings in ODIs. This decision was not very favorable amongst many team members and others, but it was taken well by Rohit. Rohit started working for it and said, let me put in the best of the efforts, best of the trainings, and make this position to be a memorable position for me, right in the year 2013. Soon after, in the year 2014, after all the hard work, our Rohit Sharma broke a record of 264 runs in an ODI match against Sri Lanka. And that happens to be one of the highest score an individual scored in the ODI history. Today, this man, Rohit Sharma, led the team to see that we take the World Cup and took India to glory. Can we have it for Rohit Sharma? As MBA students, you will also have mentors like what Rohit Sharma had with him. Like MS Dhoni, you will have many such mentors in this institution. They may move you from position 5 to position 1 to open the batting, or they move you from position 1 to position 3 to see that you stabilize the team, or they may move you from position 3 to position 8 so that you pace up the batting, or they move you from a fast bowler to a spinner. Anything may happen. It's how each one of you, like Rohit Sharma, comes up to the occasion, lives up to the occasion, and lifts that World Cup and that which has made our country proud. What started in 2013, in 2024, he created a history for our country, India. And let's each one of us, on this day, Remember that every faculty that this institution has, the ocean of opportunities that this institution brings, is for each one of you. You get into this ocean of opportunity with a spoon or a tumbler or a mug or anything large, and take as much as opportunity that you want to take and make yourself a success like Rohit Sharma. Opportunity given. Is the opportunity taken? Yes? Loud? Yes. Let's go to our second one, which has made our country proud, which has made our Bharat proud. I take the second example is about innovation. All of you have known what UPI is, right? At any point of time, if you want to make a payment, what do? Open Paytm or the Google app or the Amazon app or any of the phone pays apps, and you start making it happen. In fact, India happens to be one such only country in the world that has made this innovation. Recently, I mean, yes, let's give it to India. Recently, when Bill Gates came to our country, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, out of all the other things that he wanted to showcase this man, what did he showcase? He showcased a chai wala giving him tea, and this man removing his mobile and with these UPI service making the payment, and the other man who had served tea said, "Sir, I got the money." And the man who led the world in the innovation of IT was shocked, surprised, and happy that a country like India has led the show. Why I'm giving you this example? This example is to tell you that Isbr's tagline says real world, real learning. UPI is one such example. Your payment gateway is one such example of how real world, real learning comes. At Isbr, it is all about each one of you being unique. Each one of you getting innovate yourself to the next best level. I often take some examples of a few alumni, and I take those examples because they innovated. One such alumni, what he did was, out of all the opportunities given to him or her, he went ahead and started a club of his own and named it the Case Study Club. And from 2008, one of your batchmate, right? If I'm not wrong, till now, he's remembered because one innovative step that he did. Nupur Chandra, who happens to be one of your alumnus, was in the campus last week. Your batchmate? Yeah? She was here and she spoke about that when she was in this institution, when asked to do one internship, she went ahead and did two internships. She could have been like any other normal student and could have ended up with one internship, but she went ahead and she did two. Because the innovative step that this candidate took, we still remember her. One of our alumni on the stage was picked up on the campus recruitment, right? He then went ahead globally to so many countries, came back, and he is the vice president of a country, of a company, and has been innovating so much that out of all the members of his batch, he has gone into the whole circle and he is now on the dais representing his batch. Amazing, right? So, to each one of you present here, innovation is the key. Each one of you is individual, each one of you is different. How do you get this differentiation in the next 2 years of your program is what is going to create each one of you, like the UPI example which we give to the world. We have someone from Mercedes on the stage, right? Ma'am, you have 120 customers of yours going ahead, rule the world, and are going to pick a Merc for themselves and lead the world. Yes? I took Merc because happens to be my favorite brand, and I took these students because I know that we are visionizing something good for the future. And for you to be able to pick up a Merc for you, that means you will have to do at least good to 1,000 lives in your career. And only when you do good to 1,000 lives in your career, you'll be able to pick one such brand for yourself. And I'm sure this batch is going to go ahead and do it. Let me take the third example. And the third one is about the sport that is happening now. Which one is that? Loud? One name is making India proud. Loud. Who said that? Can it be loud? Yes. Manu Bakar, Olympics. And let's take this story of this lady. Very interesting, okay? Comes from a small town and goes ahead. She's an Indian shooter, became a household name with everyone knowing about who this girl is. Exceptional performance in the 2018 World Cup. At just 16, she competed the 10M air pistol event, a challenging discipline requiring precision and composure. She went ahead, and being a newcomer, she showcased that she could lead. And today in this Olympics, she happens to be one such first Indian to get two medals in the same Olympic Games. Can we have it for Manu Bakar? I hope you know that today is a chance to win the third medal. And at this point of time, I'm not sure she started it or she is in the process of starting, but yes, we should all wish her all the best. Go ahead and become the lady to win the third medal for India. So let's remember her, wish her all the best, and maybe let's wait for some good news in the day to come. Now, the lesson learned: it doesn't matter what background you have, it doesn't matter from which place you come, it doesn't matter from which religion you are, it doesn't matter from which creed you are, but what matters is your focus. Your focus on what is it that you want to do, and once you have your focus, your dedication towards reaching that place. This lady did it. As MBA students, I'm sure you should strive for excellence by setting clear goals and working diligently to achieve them. If there are 120 students in this batch, there may be 120 different goals. ISBR has the courage and everything in place to give you 120 different mentors to see that it happens. It only depends if your goal and your focus are set right. So for this batch, I go ahead and, like this Olympian, like this lady Manu Bakar, we do have so many Manu Bakars in this institution today. Wish you all the best and see that you make this institution and our country proud. Right? I take the fourth example. I'm a movie freak, like I'm a sports freak. So I'll talk about cinema. Is that okay? One movie which led us to Oscar recently. Loud, you're right. R, R, R. Let's get into RRR for next 2 minutes. The film RRR, directed by Dash, internals got 10 out of 10. They all know this name. Faculty are going to give you marks here. Yes, it is SS Rajamouli. This man became a global sensation with its captivating storytelling and powerful performances. In fact, 2022, this movie was released. If you do remember, it talks about what happened in 1920s. Look at the smile on this face again. It talks about 1920s, about two freedom fighters and how they took India to its final stage, action drama. But you know what this was awarded for? And what is that song? Patu. And it got awarded saying it won its Oscar for the best original music. You don't have to change for anyone else. And the more original you are, the more Oscar candidate you are. The more original you are, the more original you are, you have already cleared the Oscar of life. So ISBR always looks at honing creativity. And in this particular class, we are dealing with 60 quality individuals. We are dealing with 60 quality individuals who are capable of delivering point I talk about is business. Important, right? We have cinema, we have sports, we have cricket, we spoke about so many things, we spoke of innovation. How do I not forget the business that made India shine at the global level? You are all in a place known as Electronic City. And there's one brand of Electronic City that has made India global. Can you tell me what is that brand? Loud, you're right. Internals are clear. Don't worry now. Then Dr. Neela is the head of academics here. Ma'am, they are good. So Infosys, and we should not miss Infosys on this great day, because you are in Electronic City. Electronic City has 150 plus companies, 150 plus MSMEs, and Infosys is one of them, which has made our country proud, which has made India get into the global level. Now let's look at their old story. How did the founders come together? Narayan Murthy, N.R. Narayan Murthy, a great visionary, he came forward one day and he had a beautiful plan. And for the plan to get executed, he wanted a team. How do we create his team? You know, the first people that he looked upon to create the team? Past. And then he picked Mohandas Pai, he picked Mr. Dinesh, he picked all of them and he created a team. And that team led to create that Infosys, which for each one of you is a brand today. Now, why did I take this story of Infosys, of how did he came together in 1981 with just $250 and is a brand today? It is because each one of you are going to create a different sets of friends for you in this institution. Make it a point, just like the story of Narayan Murthy and Infosys, which illustrates the importance of friendship and shared vision in achieving a great goal and extraordinary success. I am telling you, you have with you all such visionary partners and co-founders who are going to stay with you and create a future tomorrow. So please, my dear friends, respect the friendship that you are going to create, respect the relationships that you are going to create in this institution, and make it big with each one of them. And make the best use of your 2 years. These were the 5 stories about India, which I wanted to give you on this great day. As we go along and keep meeting, we will have many such stories which we'll share with each other. Isbr is blessed to have you on this soil. Congratulations on making it up till this stage. Let us all give the admissions team a great round of applause for seeing that your journey till this stage was meaningful, every query was answered, and to see that the whole process was smooth enough to reach this stage. Each one of you be gratitudinal as you are in this institution. Be thankful, right from the person on the gate till the person who comes and serves tea, coffee, till the person who's your office boys, and be thankful to them. Everything that you do, they have a share in it. They are your partners. We call them silent partners. And if the partners do not get the share, they do not perform, right? So they are your first partners of life, apart from your parents, your friends, your well wishers, your old teachers. But these are the ones who are going to serve you, be with you, and make things happen. Be gratitudinal and take these things forward. Just 1 month ago, we had an inauguration of our PGDM batch, and we then made it a point that we call this batch by a name. And we call, all of us will see that we celebrate the success that India celebrated a few months ago, and we call this batch also by the same name. Before I do that, may I ask Nasir to play that 15-second video to all our students so that we cherish that memories that we've created and take it for the next 2 years. This batch will call itself World Cup batch. Going forward, anything that you institution, don't forget to add the hashtag World Cup batch. Your so-called 30 days seniors, the PGDM batch have already been doing it. And let's cherish these memories for the next 2 years. And let's call ourselves the winners because we are a part of this winning moment. And we have given our prayers, we have given our time to all of this to make it happen. With this, I welcome you all to this great institution, institution of pride, institution that have made so many thousands of them lead the world. We have so many Prashant Guhas in this world. We have so many Nupur Chandras in this world. We have so many of our alumni in this world who are taking things forward. We wish you all the best and make this institution proud. Thank you once again and congratulations.
Wow, I'm impressed. Now I know why you would have got a gold medal. It's not for nothing that somebody gives a gold medal, right? Thank you so much, Dr. Manish Kothari. I was listening to everything. You know what? What a beautiful narrator you are. I was going on talking for such a long time, but the way how he was able to connect with so many of them, he connected with sports, movies, Infosys, and whatnot. I think that's the way how you can bind people together. And he also said it's very important to thank every single person. They're the silent heroes. It could be your coffee, it could be the gatekeeper there who wishes you every day when you come in, and also somebody who's at the pantry, maybe someone who's at the workstation. So thank you so much for the really beautiful thought and connecting with so many people and bringing all these people together. I think that's what makes it worthy of him being the president over here to deliver this and take forward the World Cup batch. I'm totally impressed with the way how because he's making you all already winners. Just that feel of wow, I'm from the World Cup batch. That itself is like, ooh, wow. It may be the first day, but you already would be feeling like you have the crown on yourself and you have to really maintain that. Okay. All the best for that. And I'm so happy to be here for this. Thank you so much for this thought-provoking speech, sir. Well, with that, now may I request our guest, Dr. Avnish Kshatriya, to deliver the inaugural address for the World Cup batch.
A very good afternoon to everybody. So, respected members of the senior leadership at Isbr, President Dr. Manish Kothari ji, the faculty members, the invited dignitaries, incoming students of the MBA batch of 2024, and their parents who are attending this event. So, I welcome you all to this batch. Now, speaking after Dr. Manish Kothari is not going to be easy. I think it's such a speech he gave. Right? Amazing. It's an honor to be invited as a chief guest for this inaugural program at ISBR. Dear students, today as you embark on this journey of pursuing your masters in business administration, right? Let me take this opportunity to share my perspective on a few important aspects that may help you in this journey. And I'm also a B school graduate myself, so maybe I could give you a few nuggets. I thought this through. It's important that these few minutes are worth your time and you have certain takeaways from this, right? And that's why it was important for me to reflect before I came here. So I think it's important for all of you to cherish the journey that you will embark on over the next 2 years in the MBA program. Why is an education in business administration important for you? Important for anybody. You are the lucky ones who made it to a formal education system, right? If you look at it, business is at the core of anything profitable and sustainable, right? Anything you look at, you pick any industry, for it to create employment, for it to be sustainable and give people the careers and the engagement, business has to be at the core of it. Otherwise, it just dies its own death, right? And so sustainability to me also means business sense. And without business sense, you look at so many companies, I'll not name them, you read your newspapers, so many of them have gone belly up because the business model and the principles on which they were run were not sustainable, right? So it's important that you pick up these sensibilities during the next 2 years, which are also the same skills that you'll need to live your life. And because, at the core of what you do, even as an individual, a lot of the business acumen plays out. And I'll talk a bit about it. Now, business, what is business, right? And of course, I'm not here to give you in a nutshell what a 2 year curriculum would give you, right? But to me, business is about managing leverage, right? And what it does to you is it helps you amplify your abilities to solve problems and to deliver them at scale, right? Let's talk a little more about what this leverage is all about, right? I'm sure some of you would have read about things like leverage, especially people who may have come from the commerce background. Leverage is something I'm sure is not alien to you. Um, so this leverage that helps you amplify your capabilities comes in different shapes and forms. And to you, in a nutshell, this will be the larger curriculum that you'll undergo in the next 2 years. Leverage comes in the form of strategy, right? It comes in the form of finance, right? And these are subject matters by itself, and you'll do several credits on each of them, I'm quite sure, right? It comes in the form of human resources, and we have an esteemed dignitary here who may speak a little more about it, Kritika ji. It comes in the form of delivery, operations, distribution, marketing, sales, branding, communication, technology, intellectual property, and very importantly, entrepreneurship, right? So all of these are, when you double click on your curriculum, you should be able to relate back to all of these domains that generate leverage. And leverage also has two sides, and we'll not go there today. But just be aware that what a business education gives you is your ability to amplify yourself and look at how well ISBR is being run. Look at some of the very other successful institutions that are running. At the core of it is the right business sense. Um, Now, let me also give you the second part of my nugget that I think is important for you to know. Coming from a background, being a chief digital officer and having spent about 28 odd years in the industry, it used to be called MIS, IT, reincarnated into digital today, and this buzzword, and digital is also the future. So I'm quite happy. I'm in a field which is vibrant. If you look at it, the core of digital, right, and digital technologies, right? If you look at the digital as a construct, it is very aligned with business and business sense, right? So it essentially has five elements. Any digital thinking, it has technology at the core, right? It has process orientation, it has people, right? And it has also the entities which are built of people, like the teams and the organizations, and very importantly, the ecosystem, right? Um, if you look at some of the examples of technologies, right, which are digitally trending today, I'm sure again you would have heard some of these words: user experience, data analytics, AI, automation, IoT, Internet of Things, robotics, AR, VR, right? The whole reality reconstruction, blockchain, right? And again, tying it back to what you are about to embark on in the next 2 years, and education in business administration again will prepare you to harness the digital economy in future, right? Because at the core of it is many of those elements that business education offers you, right? Um, so before my third important nugget, which I want to leave you with, and I'll keep it really short, is I'd like you to invest your time and attention in not just picking up good education here, and I think Dr. Manish Kothari spoke very well to more elaborate set of things. My prescription to you will be also to participate in some of those real world interventions, like the case studies, doing your internships at multiple organizations, being very involved with some of the initiatives that ISBR runs. And what I've heard is I'm very impressed with the range of opportunities that ISBR gives you. So, I'd urge you to be very participative and make the best use of it. What you should also look at is, picking up hobby projects. They may not have a commercial model right now, who knows later, but look at how a Facebook started that same way. Look at so many, which is called Meta now, of course. uh, Microsoft, they started as a hobby project, right? And what they turned out to be as, the corporate, the big ones, right? Look at writing white papers. Writing clears your thinking a lot, and writing is a good habit to have. You could write blogs as well. uh, you could undergo, vocational trainings, the more real world things based on what you are interested in. So trainings and certifications go a long way, right? And very importantly, you pick education, you pick skills. But the third important element to be successful, which I would tell you, is the right attitude, right? Because attitude beats everything. Having a good attitude sets you up for success. And I'm not sure if you've seen that yourself, but you will see it soon when you enter the industry. Is there are a lot of very brilliant people with a lot of good degrees, with a lot of good experience, but many of them cannot deliver because of the attitudinal blocks they have. And I think attitude unlocks the value of a human potential, on top of the beautiful education that you'll get here and the skills that you'll gain over time. So I think I'll just leave you with that. And in the end, I'd like to again thank the institute, the esteemed dignitaries, and the faculty members here and the leadership team, to have invited me for this wonderful, auspicious event. And I wish each one of you good luck and glory for your career and future ahead. Thank you so much.
Thoughtful, rightful is what I would like to say. And many times I would think like, wow, what should I do to be there as a chief digital and information officer? And I think thanks to our honorable guest, Dr. Avnish Kshatriya, who threw light on it. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, doing an MBA would have more focus on maybe just finance or HR or marketing and things like that. But today's scenario is totally different. And that's why an industry expert like you added a lot of value. All these small nuggets, it actually adds so much of value as to why we need to continue pursuing 2 years of education. What should our focus be on? Thank you so much for that, Dr. Avnish Kshatriya. Now, it's time for us to unveil the batch 2024-26. I would like to say the World Cup batch. And may we request the IT team of ISBR for the same. Let's unveil the batch, the World Cup batch of 2024-26 on screen. Data plays another important role. Looking at it, I say like, wow, that's really good. 80% freshers, 20% experienced people, 56% men, and 44% women. Wow, I love all the data, all the inputs that was there in this World Cup batch. Now, I'm sure that you all had decided to do MBA here at ISBR. You would have done some kind of a promise at your home, but there's a different kind of a promise that you all need to do now. We would now request Dr. R. Narasimhan, the Dean of ISBR Business School, to kindly give us the Sankalp. Now, Sankalp is also something like a promise or something that you will say, yes, I will start doing this from now on. Okay. This is Sankalp is a resolution to all the members gathered here for this inaugural function and to set a pitch for the new incoming batch. The students are requested to repeat the Sankalp with Dr. R. Narasimhan. Sankalp is all about a good start, and let us promise ourselves that we'll put in all the efforts possible for the success of the stakeholders of ISBR. Over to Dr. R. Narasimhan.
Good morning, my dear students. Will you please stand up and repeat what I say? Only the students, please stand up. This is a pledge you take at the start, and there will be another pledge at the time of graduation. Please repeat. As a devoted student of ISBR College, I make this pledge to pursue academic excellence with unwavering determination, to embrace personalized support and guidance with gratitude, to seize industry opportunities for practical growth, to embrace a global perspective with open minds and hearts. I owe to uphold ethics and regard the core values of ISBR: proactiveness, integrity, continuous learning and improvement, social consciousness, and sustainability. To utilize state-of-the-art resources to their fullest potential, to prioritize my well-being and holistic development, to embrace lifelong learning and continuous improvement, to respect the rules laid down by ISBR and support the institute as its ambassador and partner. This pledge reflects my commitment as a student of ISBR College, and I am dedicated to upholding these principles throughout my educational journey and beyond. Thank you. Sit down, please.
Thank you, Dr. R. Narasimhan, sir, for the Sankalp. Okay, now that you all have done that binding thing, now you have to always keep reminding yourself that, okay, I've taken the Sankalp, so I need not shoo away from that. Okay, so stick to it for the next 2 years, because you guys have that big crown on yourself, the World Cup batch. You got to live it up to it. Okay, now how does life, how is normally the life at ISBR? So today is your first day. Next 2 years, you will come on the same dais and share stories. But for now, let me invite a few of the present batch MBA students to share with us their thoughts with the gathering as to how their life has been here at ISBR. May I invite Ms. Noyorika Prasad for the same on stage.
Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to the ISBR family. I know you must be brimming with excitement and a touch of nervousness. Trust me, it's normal. But let me assure you, you've made the right choice. I'm Noirika Prasad from the MBA batch of 2023-25, and it's my privilege to welcome you all to ISBR. This is an exciting new chapter for each one of you, and I'm honored to share my insights that might guide you through your ISBR journey. ISBR is more than just an institution, it's a launchpad for your career and personal growth. The rigorous orientation programs and bridge courses are designed to equip you with the right mindset and tools. Don't shy away from the challenges, they are the stepping stones to success. I'm highly inclined towards the domain of human resource management, and I plan to take that as one of my specialization. Till now, my journey at ISBR has been a transformative experience. The campus life, the brimming with fests and events, has helped me step out of my comfort zone and interact with the diverse individuals. Hackathons and inter-college competitions have acted as the prerequisites for developing strong problem solving and teamwork abilities. Further, much to that, attending the Bangalore Tech Summit was a profound experience. It provided a glimpse into the actual business world, highlighting the significance of corporate culture in achieving the organizational goals. More to that, there are also a host of club activities which are being conducted every week. One of the most prime clubs being marketing, where our teachers like Lakshmi ma'am and Shiba ma'am have played an instrumental role in guiding the students with activities and competitions that have effectively helped the students to brainstorm their ideas and hone their set of skills. ISPR conducts tons of competitions which truly highlights how one can push their limits, collaborate with the students from other domains, and also learn from their setbacks. They act as the cornerstone for you to discover your passion, build strong friendships, and develop essential soft skills. ISPR makes sure that students have inculcated not just the relevant corporate skills, but also engaged in the right set of extracurricular activities. One such fine domain wherein you engage in a competitive spirit at par with fun and in full spirit is the cultural club. Usha Ma'am has been a supportive pillar in this journey of cultural activities since day one, and our students have delivered wonderful performances throughout the tenure. ICAM, our management fest, was undoubtedly a grand success. From collaboration, teamwork to reflecting practical values, we ingrained each and every skill through tireless efforts. Shabishta Bhushan ma'am, who was one of the pillars, definitely played a crucial role throughout in paving the way for a successful management fest. Guest lectures, industrial visits, and pre placement trainings were instrumental in shaping my expertise. Renowned industry experts shared invaluable insights, equipping me with the right skill set to build a strong resume. These experiences were actually acting as the stepping stones to securing internships where I could apply the theoretical knowledge and practical challenges. All this wouldn't have been possible without the right set of guidance which I could instill from my professors and the faculty. Thereby, say ISBR definitely has been an essential platform for the foundation of development. So, students and my fellow juniors, embrace every opportunity that comes along your way, network extensively, and engage with your peers. Stay well connected through LinkedIn and never stop learning. Looking forward to seeing you all shine. Thank you.
Thank you, Noyorika Prasad. I'm sure that the very first day she was sitting there, she must have felt like, where have I landed? Who are my next set of friends? And 2 years, you can see the kind of confidence that she is showing. Well, you don't believe me? Let's call Jay. Jay, I would like you to come on stage to share your experience with the World Cup batch.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, good afternoon. Sorry, I was unaware of that. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Esteemed faculty, respected guests, and my dear juniors. It's an honor to stand before you today as we welcome the new batch of MBA to ISBR College Bangalore. On the behalf of senior batch, I extend my warm and heartful welcome to all of you. First and foremost, congratulations on being part of this esteemed institution. Uh, Reflecting on my own experience, I can confidently say that ISBR College has been instrumental in my growth and development. The college offers variety of certifications such as Azure AI, Power BI, then Tableau, all the statistical tools, along with all the essential soft skills which are necessary for the dynamic business landscape. I would like to mention someone special over here. Uh, so shout out to Dr. Naveen Paul. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh, Thank you for teaching us how to love statistics and analytics. Although I'm a marketing student, I still enjoy doing statistics just because of you. So thank you so much. Uh, I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my mentor, teacher, director, and sometimes even motherly figure, uh, Neela Chotai ma'am. Dr. Neela Chotai ma'am, her support has been invaluable, guiding us through both academic and administrative challenges. Thank you so much, ma'am. As a senior, uh, thank you, sir. As a senior with just probably 3 months left in this campus, uh, I was asked to share in my internship experience with you all. To share my internship experience, it was really mind-blowing. Over the course of 4 months in Gurgaon, I worked in an organization named Saras AI. We experimented with new PR agencies. We collaborated with brands, influencers, some micro influencers, some known influencers, which you might know. We collaborated with big newspapers like Mint, Business Standard, Times. Along with that, the major focus of my internship was into brand communication, hermeneutics, where I developed myself into IoT monitoring. And this was possible just because of the ISBR placements. So thank you for that. Uh, Lastly, the golden chat GPT movements. Uh, Enjoy every moment of this journey. These 2 years will fly back so quickly, so make the most of it. As this is probably the last chance for me to stand on this podium, I want to end it correctly. So I want to share with you all a guide. This is a poem by Shiv Mangal Singh Suman. He's a poet, and this poem has guided me through my MBA journey. And this poem has always been over the top of my mind whenever I have to take any difficult decisions. So let's make the vibe a bit desi. So कविता का शीर्षक है वरदान मांगूंगा नहीं. ये हार एक विराम है, जीवन महासंग्राम है. तिल तिल मिटूंगा पर दया की भीख मैं लूंगा नहीं, वरदान मांगूंगा नहीं. स्मृति सुखद प्रहरों के लिए, अपने खंडहरों के लिए, स्मृति सुखद प्रहरों के लिए, अपने खंडहरों के लिए, तुम जान लो मैं विश्व की संपत्ति चाहूंगा नहीं, मैं वरदान मांगूंगा नहीं. क्या हार में क्या जीत में, क्या हार में क्या जीत में, किंचित नहीं भयभीत में. संघर्ष पथ पर जो मिले, ये भी सही वो भी सही, वरदान मांगूंगा नहीं. लघुता ना अब मेरी छुओ, लघुता ना अब मेरी छुओ, तुम हो महान बने रहो, अपने हृदय की वेदना में व्यर्थ त्यागूंगा नहीं, वरदान मांगूंगा नहीं. चाहे हृदय को ताप दो, चाहे मुझे अभिशाप दो, कुछ भी करो कर्तव्य पथ से किंतु भागूंगा नहीं, वरदान मांगूंगा नहीं. धन्यवाद.
Jay, you had my heart right when you said, let's make it desi vibe. Okay, I totally loved it. Let everyone be like Jay. Let there be Jay Ho. Okay, next, I would like to call Swara Darekar. Let's hear it from her as what she has to say. I love the poem. I love the desi vibe. Let's see what Swara has for you guys.
Good afternoon, everyone present here. My name is Swara, and it is an honor to stand before you all as we welcome the new batch to Isbr. This moment marks the beginning of an exciting journey for all of you, and I'm thrilled to share some thoughts and experiences that might help you navigate the path ahead. As a student specializing in finance, I have experienced the first-hand transformative power of education at Isbr. We've had guest sessions and workshops in financial modeling, valuation, tax, and many more. My journey here has been enriched with rigorous academics, engaging discussions, and invaluable mentorship from our dedicated faculty. Engage actively in your classes, participate in extracurricular activities, and pursue internships that align with your career goals. During my internship, for instance, I was able to work on financial models, credit assessments, and development of SOPs. The hands-on experience allowed me to gain a deeper understanding of financial industry and its intricacies. It also highlighted the importance of adaptability, continuous learning, and effective collaboration. To the new batch, I urge you to seize every opportunity that comes your way, especially through ISBR's exciting collaborations. Thanks to our partnership with TIE Bangalore, I had an opportunity to attend the TIE Global Summit in Hyderabad in 2022, where I networked with leading entrepreneurs and innovators from all across the globe. To our dedicated faculty, who have been here with unwavering support and guidance, their passion for teaching and commitment to our success is instrumental in shaping our academic and professional journeys. I specifically would like to mention my guide, my mentor, Mr. Jaswant Singh, whose support has been immense throughout my journey here. Additionally, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Neela ma'am, our esteemed director. Her support and guidance has been cornerstone of my journey at ISBR. Neela ma'am's vision and leadership has not only shaped the academic paths of many students, but also provided us the confidence and inspiration to pursue our dreams. In conclusion, I want to remind my fellow students that the journey through ISBR is what you make of it. Be curious, be diligent, be resilient. Together, we will continue to uphold the values and traditions of ISBR, striking for excellence in all our endeavors. Welcome to the college. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Swara. I'm sure that most of you all are excited now with being the first day and so many of them giving so much input. Now, I would like to invite our honorable guest, Ms. Kritika Sivanesan, to share with us. Well, I'm very excited because she's got 17 plus years of experience in so many different companies, although now she's heading Mercedes-Benz Financial Services. What excites me is she is also a MasterChef finalist and a badminton player. How does she juggle all these things, holding such a huge portfolio? Let's hear it from her. Thank you so much, ma'am. Can we have you here?
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me here, Manish, and thank you, everyone, for having or being present here as well. Thank you, Raja. That was excellent. I mean, after what Manish delivered, I don't think I can top it off. And then, we had Avnish as well. And, probably I just have notes that's handwritten, no mobile phone. I mean, how do you do it? Reading out of a mobile phone. We were just discussing. I mean, I can't read text messages right now, but anyway, choice. What I'm going to tell you is I'm going to tell you what me as an HR professional would expect you as the future workforce to bring to the table when you are going to hit the road running. I hope you have pens and papers, or much more tech enabled people can take notes in your digital iPad or your iPhone or whatever. I mean, in your mobile phones. Some of the things I'm going to say is probably something you have learned, but very briefly saying there's something called technical skills. So when it's technical skills, it's not about engineering, it's not about commerce, it's not about PNL and everything else, but it's generically about everything that you learn in your field of domain. Those are the technical skills that you will bring. So if Nayanika is going to come, I will expect her to know the certain terminologies that she's going to come into the workforce when she's coming as an HR professional. So that will be applicable for each and every one of your specializations that you're going to do as well. Then second thing is digital literacy. See, I'm already illiterate there. I am doing my bit to learn, but please don't give up on that. That's very, very important. Right now, just in HR alone, if I have to give you an heads up, we have a numerous number of tools. I don't even know half of them. But to name a few, something like you would have come across Success Factors, Workday, Talio, Darwinbox, Keka. These are new tools that are coming up. So familiarize yourself with those. That's very important because all of us are going to use one of these technologies to go ahead and implement at work. So digital literacy, I mean, I'm talking about HR. Similar tools exist in CRM, similar tool exists in like Salesforce for the sales colleagues, like what do you say, SAP and other stuff for finance, etc. So please definitely ensure that you are aware of the basics of these modules before you hit or before you come up for an interview. I think that's something that we would like. To solve the problem of critical thinking and problem solving, I think you already have answers to that in this particular institution. Please do focus on them, because come what may, whether it is generative AI, whether it is chat GPT, This is something that they cannot take away from us. That is exactly the value addition that we as human beings will be able to provide to the workforce. So, critical thinking and problem solving, extremely, extremely, extremely important. Then I'm going to talk about adaptability and flexibility. Why are they very important? Because until 5 years ago, I didn't know that you could have remote workforce. I didn't think that I can let all my employees sit at home and chill or basically work. It's all the same. But I never imagined that was possible. But it is possible right now, right? So every one of us who have jumped onto the bandwagon of being adaptable and being flexible were the ones who could thrive and cut through COVID without any challenges. So that is something that's very, very important in any form or shape. So that's something that you will have to learn as you progress. Communication skills. I mean, wonderful. The way you, the, how do you say, the previous batch delivered their sessions, amazing. But please do the same. That's very important. As a person, you learn how to communicate. Because as a person who's going to be in the management field, it's very important that we learn how to say what we feel to the other person. And one important bit of information regarding communication, it always depends on the person who's talking. It is my responsibility right now that you all understand what I'm speaking, and it's not your responsibility to understand that. Hypothetically speaking, I'm throwing a ball, hoping that you will catch. If you don't catch, I'll keep throwing it until you catch. So if I'm going to show off that, I can throw an excellent catch, but knowing very well that you're not going to catch it, then there's no point in me using any pompous words there, because at the end of the day, the purpose is not solved. So please understand, it's always not the intent, but the impact that you create with your communication skills. So please ensure that you use language, tone, whatever part of communication skills that you are, to ensure that the other person receives the message. That's very, very important, especially as you step into the corporate world. Collaboration and teamwork, because even now today, if I want to launch a tool that's going to take HR team forward, I cannot do it without IT team's help, because it's infrastructure, API integration, half of the things that goes above my head. But hence, that's very important for us as people in the corporate domain to be able to work with team members. So not just your area of expertise, a little bit of what your friend is learning or what your peers are learning is very good for you to be able to take it to a different platform and then engage with it. Emotional intelligence. I think this is the HR talking in me, right? So you need to practice that as you are in any organization. It doesn't have to be in the corporate world, even within your own classroom, within your own clubs. Please be emotionally aware of what is happening around you. That's very, very important in any part of life. Then I'm going to talk about creativity and innovation. I don't think I need to, because you already have a wing only dedicated to it. So I think they will take care of that aspect of you. But if at all you have anything, nothing is stupid. Please ask questions. Please challenge status quo. Like, exactly, that is how everything was born. The choco lava cake in Domino's was a mistake. Yeah, nobody actually intended to bake a cake that was not cooked in the middle. They just took it out a little too soon. So everything can come out of a small accident or a mistake. So yeah, most of my analogies are going to be around food. But yeah, so don't how do I say, don't curb that creativity and that innovation that's there within you. Everything, every stupid question or every question that you ask may not be stupid. It'll probably give rise to another brilliant answer. So keep asking questions. Project management, that's very, very important. Now, don't think project management is print certification. I need to get Six Sigma. No, that's not project management. Project management is as simple as the clubs that you have, the events that you run. Say, for example, the inauguration. What is it that we need to do? Who am I going to call? If I'm going to ask them to light a lamp, I need to have a candle ready. Those nitty-gritties that you are going to plan in detail, what falls into a project management. One of the biggest project management is a movie. So you can understand how they will break it down into simple steps. Similarly, any problem you take, even if it is to make a rasam or dal khichdi, just break it down into steps and it becomes a very easy task. So that is what is project management. And as long as you do that, it's very easy for you. One of the things I just added is attention to detail. It's very, very, very important when you come to the workforce. That's something that I see that's lacking in the generations that whenever I go to recruit, that is something that I see that's missing. Please do make a note of it. It's very, very important. All those dotting your I's and crossing your T's are extremely important as you write the entire essay as well. Financial literacy is something that we all need to know. This is not for you to come into the corporate world, but in general for you to thrive in that world and for you to thrive as a human being as well. uh, I mean, it's a general assumption 44% of you are women here. So you know that, sometimes we are considered that we don't know what stocks are, we don't know what PNL is, we don't know what balance sheets are. But you need to know this right now before you even go for an interview. Look into the balance sheets of that company, look into what that company is doing, what their plans are. Today you might join the firm, but is that going to match your goal going forward as well? So even for that, you'll need to have some basic financial literacy. Bug your fellow students who are MBA specializing in finance, ask them to teach you something. Have some peer learning clubs, finance for dummies or finance for HR, both are the same. But yeah, so please go ahead and learn that. That's very important. Last but not the least is global awareness. Right now, there's not any company that doesn't have a global footprint. If we are an Indian company, we leave a footprint outside. If we are an Indian company, they leave footprints here. So it's very important that we learn what is happening around the globe and be aware of the same. You just don't need to be experts of it, but please be aware. And and apart from that, what do I expect? Please have a nice CV. Don't write things that you don't mean in your CV. Very, very important. Very important for anyone, just not just approaching me, but anybody for a job. Like writing a summary where you say, I intend to develop or don't, contribute to the betterment of the organization that I'm working for. Please don't write that. Only write what you mean in your CV. Don't write, I'm a good team player, without understanding what a good team player is. You don't have to write a lot of things. Just write things that you actually mean and you are. That's good enough for us. Yeah. Life skills, very important. I'm sure we are in Bangalore, so you would have known this. I intend to say this in a lot of tier 2, tier 3 cities as well. But nevertheless, um, I'm sure if any one of you have gone through OB in your subjects, you'd have known that it only takes me the first 30 seconds to form an impression about you. That first 30 seconds, I see you and I make an impression. And then whatever you say after that, it's called affirmation bias. It will come in your papers. If you don't know about it, you will learn about it. But so what is very important is that we make that impression in that first 30 seconds. So that is all what we have to strive for. It's not about the way you look, but it's a way you represent yourself. So that's very, very important. So please do focus on that as well. Pure learning, as I already told you, there are some things that you might know, some things somebody else might know. Don't just because you're the class topper doesn't mean that you know everything. There are things that you might not know that somebody else will teach you. Be open to that and definitely take that learning from peers. I think that's where you learn the most. And last but not the least is application of knowledge. That is something I have seen lacking in even tier 1 business schools. You learn a lot. Your teachers teach you a lot of things, a lot of knowledge is thrown your way and you absorb everything. But how do you actually apply that knowledge? That is the only thing that's going to take you places. I might know the entire, how do I say, the labor law book by the back of my mind, but if I don't know which law to apply where, then that point of that knowledge is useless. So I think that is something that you will have to learn and keep in your mind all the time. It's very, very important. The most important thing that you should take away from today from me is your application of knowledge. Okay, so that's very, very important. Apart from this, in general, be the change you want to be. Challenge status quo, we've already spoken about that. And every aspect of your life will teach you something. I quit my job for 4 months and went into shooting. It was a reality show, not more of a cooking show. Believe me, everything is that way. When you come on TV, you will understand. So I learned a lot of things there, which were management lessons. And I thought, if at all I get an opportunity to teach a bunch of students, I would just use my MasterChef journey to teach them that. Why? Because what you say, how it's represented, what battles you choose to fight, what are the things you can't change, what are the things you need to adapt to, what are the things you need to accept, what are the things you need to challenge status quo. All of these things are lessons that I have learned through a reality show. Okay, so every aspect of your life teaches you something. Every part of the journey will bring something new. today you fail, that is something that actually taught you something as to what you should not do or what you should do better. Yeah, so there's teachings everywhere. With this particular event, with tomorrow, if you're going to go, I think something that keeps me going, my most favorite saying is by Marilyn Monroe. Sometimes good things fall apart because better things fall together. So I think that's motto of life. So just keep it to yourself. Don't let anything fall to you, and just pick yourself up, dust up, and keep running. I think that's what will get you to wherever you want to go. I hope we had a great time. Thank you so much. I'm usually used to asking questions, but feel free to reach out to me. My name is Kritika Sivanesan, and I'm available on LinkedIn. Thank you. That's my time.
Wow. You know what? I was thinking she's just going to address the gathering. It was almost like a full blown grooming session. Imagine this happening on the first day of your college. You're all industry ready, guys. The World Cup batch. Already you've been knighted. Now all you need to do is just deliver. Like how she said, knowledge application. How many of you actually wrote down? Did anyone write down? How many good boys and girls are here? I, like a good boy, wrote down everything, okay? Just in case if you have missed it, I'll post it on Instagram as well. But I must say, thank you so much. The first day, being well groomed. See, this is what is called as, like a horses thing. They're training. ISBR is just training. Focus on getting recruited. If you have to get recruited, listen to what Kritika just said. She has jotted down all the points I've written down. Good job, those of you have noted it down. For those of you who have not noted it down, you still have time, 2 years, okay? Now, what you guys are going to do, what your seniors have done, there's always this mukka mukki, okay? Are we better than you or better than us, okay? So now, it's time for us to hand over the baton. The previous batch is going to say, see, we have done so much at ISBR. Let's see what the new batch is going to do, okay? I would like to welcome from the new batch, that is the World Cup batch. Muskan, Kshetrapal, and Ritik Somesh to kindly come on stage. We invite our MBA batch, 2023-2025 batch students, Mr. Nitish and Ms. Prerna, to hand over the baton. Now, handing over the baton is like, we took care of this so much. Let's see what you guys are going to do. Something like that, okay? It symbolizes mutual trust, commitment, and teamwork. So we invite the students of the new batch, Muskan and Ritik, to come forward and accept the baton on behalf of the entire batch of 120 students. Okay, over to the previous batch, handing over the baton to the new batch. Thank you so much, students. Now, there's a handbook that's normally released, and this is called as Stages. This is like an orientation brochure for all the first year students. May I invite our dignitaries on dais to release the students' handbook, Tejas, the orientation brochure for 2024-2026 batch. That's the handbook. You guys will get it shortly. It's called Tejas. It's an orientation brochure which tells what's in store for you for the next 2 years. And that's the book. And maybe for one group picture, if all of you can hold it high. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's that's Tejas, as you can see on the brochure. It says Tejas. That's the Student Orientation Program Handbook. Thank you all so much. Up next, I would like to request our honorable guest, Mr. Santosh Prasad, to kindly address the gathering. Santosh Prasad is also the alumni of the college, so I think he's got a lot to share, right from the excitement of just being there where you are right now to where he is right now. Over to Mr. Santosh Prasad.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think the host just mentioned beginning of the show that life's come a full circle. Well, it has, in fact. I was every day. We used to be here around 9 p.m., 9 a.m. rather. The college used to start. I was there around 10:15 in the Electronic City flyover, and I was thinking the gates would get closed if I don't enter by 10:30. So that's the kind of discipline that ISBR builds in once you complete the curriculum. So I was at the Kolkata airport thinking about what should I share in today's session. The esteemed faculties have covered a lot of topics. I thought I'll just share some real life examples, some of the things that I've learned from ISBR, right? Apart from academics, there are certain things that we all kind of take away, right, from an organization, from an institute. The first that I think, first, before I start, let me tell you that I've spent two of the most memorable years in ISBR. It was an amazing journey. The faculties, the guest lecturers, the industrial visits that we've had was quite amazing. A lot to learn. So the first thing that I learned was work ethic. I think work ethic was something very important, and it taught us the value, right? How do you go ahead and succeed in a corporate environment? Just giving you an example, right? I was interviewing a candidate a couple of years back when we were in the middle of COVID. That candidate was laid off from an airline industry. That candidate did not have any financial industry knowledge, not at all, right? But when he came for the interview and then when he gave the interview, he had actually prepared. He had prepared for about 10 days, knowing about the products, the services that we offer as an organization, right? And that kind of stuck me. We were looking for an SME, a subject matter expert who could do the role, but we felt this candidate could be given an opportunity. So we gave him a 6 months probation period. We said, hey, we like you, but you still do not have the capabilities yet. You do not possess the knowledge. Can you show us in 6 months what you can do? And that candidate was able to turn this around. 2023, he was in the top 100 candidates across 70,000 colleagues that we have across the world. So that's the work ethic that the staff has had, right? So what you have to do as an organization, as an institute, is give opportunities to people. You have to let people know that we trust you. You will be able to get it done. And I'm sure, you'll be able to turn it around. So that's something which I've learned in ISBR. There are certain times I've failed in my projects. I've gotten feedback from my professors. Did I give up? No. If you have a strong work ethic, it works well. Everybody knows Virat Kohli, right? Right? I'm sorry, I'm going to use some sporting terms here. Virat Kohli's work ethic. What is the one thing that stands out from what you've seen so far from Kohli? Sorry? Discipline? Yes. Discipline. I'll go a little deeper. He's got tremendous stamina, right? He's got tremendous stamina. He's got tremendous work ethic. Anything. You can't match his agility with anybody else. Let alone an Indian, you cannot match it across, right? He keeps doing that day in and day out. That's work ethic. The next thing that I learned, right? How much hard work are you ready to put in when nobody's watching? This is the Instagram age, right? You put up a tweet or you put up an Instagram post and you check likes after 5 minutes. How much likes have you got? And you feel disappointed, right, if you don't get enough likes. But how many hours have you put in at night preparing for a project and delivering it in the morning of the project? Do remember, life is not a chat GPT or a meta AI, right? Life, you have to kind of put the hard yards. Just share an example. How many of you guys are watching Olympics or following Olympics now? You've just spoken about Manu Bhaker, so I'm going to leave that example, though I had that example as part of my note. But I'm going to talk about somebody else. Lakshya Sen. Did you watch the match that he played against the Indonesian, that backhand flip that he played? Was that out of pure luck? Not at all. I saw a tweet a couple of days back, or yesterday in fact. It said it was a sports magic that happened. It was never a magic. It required hours and hours of hard work, perseverance to get it done. And I was just reading his tweets, a couple of days back. His passport got delayed, and which is as a result of which he was not able to go to the Canada Open. And then he said, I'm going to utilize the spare time that I have to prepare for Olympics. Right? So that is the commitment that we need, as students here to succeed. Just closing that Lakshya Sen topic, let's all wish him the very best so that he gets a medal. The third thing that I learned from Isbr is never be afraid of failure. Never be afraid of failure. The moment you start being afraid that I'm going to fail, you will never succeed. Trust me. Never be afraid of failure. I'm just going to give you an example. So back in 2017, in my organization, I was given an opportunity. I was managing a different region, and I was told that you're going to manage some other region. So my boss came in. He put his hand on my back, and then he said, tomorrow you're going to support some other team, some other region. Why did he say so? Because that region was going through a crisis. Everybody's aware of Bank Nagara. Bank Nagara, anybody? Does that ring a bell? No? Yes? Okay, it's the regulator in Malaysia. Right? So Bank Nagara was about to suspend our organization's license or about to issue a notice because they have found a lot of things which were not proper. And the business was ready to take back the business onshore. I was given the opportunity to manage a team. I did not have anything to lose. What could happen? It was already not in the right place. It would have gone worse. But what's the upside of it? If I do it, if I can somehow turn this around, then that's going to be a success, right? So I took up that opportunity, and then we identified operationally what were the challenges. No major challenges. You have to just give a vision to the people in terms of what they're aiming for. Try and tie the organization's vision to your individual's vision. Once you marry that, right, that becomes a success. And there were certain things, certain minute changes that we had to bring operationally, which we did. In 6 months' time, we were able to turn around our performance and make it green. So much so, 2 years down the later, the same team in Malaysia called us, sir, can you please come along and implement the best practice that you shared, that you implemented in India, in our country. So all that I'm trying to get to, guys, is never be afraid of failure. It will happen. Tell me somebody who hasn't failed. I don't know anybody who hasn't failed. Tell me somebody who hasn't taken risk. There are many people who haven't taken risk, but do not be adverse to taking risk. Please do take that risk. Very important. The next thing that I learned was be relevant. This is a changing environment. If you just stick to what you know, what you do, you will be lost. It's changing. So just giving you an example here, when COVID set in, when did COVID start? March of 2020, around that range, right? We never even thought of a majority of our man force working from home. Never thought. So I'm going to give you two sides of it. How an organization can transform its manforce to work from home, and how do you manage people remotely? That was a big challenge. So the moment it set in, within a couple of days, we were able to go and make sure everybody has access to an internet, to a laptop, to whatever gadgets that we need. All their accesses are sorted. And then they started working from home, which we would have never imagined had we not faced this adverse situation. The other challenge that I personally faced was managing a team. Managing a team is very, very difficult remotely. Back then it was very difficult. Now it's become a norm. You have to touch with cross-functional teams. You have to touch base with teams, with people whom you have never met, right? You have to touch base with teams who are located in a different country. The sentences that you use in a particular country may sound like it may sound offending in a different country. So you have to be mindful of how to manage teams. So your leadership, the reason why I'm giving this example is all of you guys, some shape or form, will pass out and will take leadership roles in your organizations, right? You have to change as a leader. You cannot be one size fits all. So that is something that I've learned here in ISBR. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is being fungible. Do you know why Hardik Pandya is the most sought out player in the Indian team? Anybody who follows cricket? I'm a diehard fan of cricket, guys. You ask me any cricket match from 1996 till now, I'll be able to give you the stats with details, with everything. But why is Hardik Pandya so sought out player in the Indian team? Because he provides balance. He provides that fungibility, right? He can do a bit of both. Very important in today's world that you are able to do a bit of both. When I became a manager in my organization, it was only about managing teams, but it's not that. You have to manage teams. You have to be an SME, a subject matter expert. You should know your subject. Otherwise, you'll not be able to manage a team effectively. You have to be a very good project manager. There will be problems which will come up. You have to have a solution for those. So it's very important that we are fungible, right? Of course, we specialize in something. Just giving you an example, when I was there in ISBR, I got a couple of internship opportunities, which I took in two different sectors. So which is General Electric, it's healthcare and energy sector. And then another internship I did in a social media company. These are two diverse internships. The reason why I did it is, once you get a social media experience here, and I always wanted to be in the financial sector, a marketing experience, a social media experience in a financial sector. Imagine if you have a product in a bank that you want to sell, and if you know how to market it, and if you have the social media reach, or if you have a little bit of knowledge how to go ahead and make it a success, that's a killer combination to have. So specialize your skills, the ones that you love, but go ahead and explore. Don't block yourself that I'm only going to do certain things. I'm not going to do X, Y, Z. Because once you go out in a corporate, you will be expected to do everything. You won't say, I don't know this. I'm not going to take this up because I was never taught in my MBA college. They will not take that. So with that, I'm going to close. Guys, thank you. Thank you for having me. And congratulations to the students who have joined the new batch. Ironically, it was today when I joined ISBR, the first day I stepped in back in 2012 rather. So it's a circle. But yeah, and all the very best. Do well. Thank you.
I'm sure this is one person that you would love to trust, because exactly the same place you're seated where he was about a decade ago, and you know where he has gone. So his words, all his advices are going to be value worth of gold for this batch, which is a World Cup batch. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Santosh, for sharing all that information, because I'm sure that they definitely would want to hear from an alumni, which matters most, because that's what they would look up to, and they would probably reach out to you in future as well. Now, it's important that we also, today is your first day of this academic year, and the next 2 years, you're going to be seeing a lot of people at this campus. Who are those people who are going to handhold you, who's going to mold you, who's going to make you that champion? Let's have a look at the ISBR faculty and staff members on board whose contribution remains immeasurable in molding the students into future leaders. Let's have a look at the video.
Now, it's time to introduce the ISBR faculty and staff. Shri Prakash Kothari, Chairman, ISBR Group of Institutions. Dr. Manish Kothari, President, ISBR Group of Institutions. Dr. C. Manohar, Senior Director. Dr. K. S. Anandram, Senior Director. Dr. Chandra Niranjan, Senior Director. Dr. R. Narasimhan, Dean. Dr. Anand Agrawal, Executive Director. Dr. Neena A. Chodai, Director, Academics. Ms. Kavita Madhusudan, Director, Admissions. Dr. Ranjana Jain, Director, Placements. Professor Amit Kanchan Balas, Director, Career Advancement and Corporate Engagement. Dr. R. Veena, Director, Healthcare Programs. Dr. M. R. Jhansi Rani, Deputy Director, Research Center. Dr. Amrut Anil Rao Purohit, Registrar and Head, IQAC. Dr. K. S. Lakshmi, Principal. Dr. A. Narasimha Venkatesh, Professor and Head, Human Resource and General Management. Dr. Presh Bharadwaj, Professor and Head, Center of Customer Analytics. Dr. Balaji Shetty, Associate Professor, Head, Finance. Dr. Naveen Paul, Associate Professor, Head, Operations and Analytics. Mr. Mohan Kumar, Professor of Practice. Professor Kiran Bindu, Professor of Practice. Mr. Deepak Justin, Professor of Practice. Dr. T. Karpagam, Professor of Practice. Dr. L.R.S. Mani, Professor of Practice. Professor Shiv Prakash, Professor of Practice. Professor Jashwant Singh G, Professor of Practice. Professor Prashant Mushkali, Professor of Practice. Dr. Meera Raman, Professor of Practice. Professor Veena Venugopal, Professor of Practice. Ms. Chetna Kolagi, Professor of Practice. Dr. S. Prabhakar, Professor. Dr. Veena Shenoy, Associate Professor. Dr. Balichander S., Associate Professor. Dr. Richa Balla, Associate Professor. Dr. Shabista Bhushan, Associate Professor. Dr. Shiva Daveshwar, Associate Professor. Dr. Senthil Kumar Armugam, Associate Professor. Dr. Bharati T., Associate Professor. Professor V. V. Rao, Assistant Professor. Dr. V. Santosh Kumar, Assistant Professor. Dr. Anand Shankar Raja M., Assistant Professor. Professor N. Usha, Assistant Professor. Professor Madan Gaura K. J., Assistant Professor. Dr. Disha Gupta, Assistant Professor. Professor Leonard L., Assistant Professor. Professor Manasi Arora, Assistant Professor. Ms. Dilpreet Chadha, Program Leader. Ms. Ananya Mondal, Program Manager, Online Program. Mr. Shyam Sundar, Head, Student Success Resources Center. Miss Rosalind Niveta, psychologist, research and teaching scholars. Miss Priya PS, Miss Rishika Yadav, Dr. Sibi Bharadwaj, Miss Palak Mishra, academic coordinators. Miss Maureen Rachel, MBA academic coordinator. Mr. Muhammad Anfa, MBA program coordinator. Miss Vanilla Martha, executive education academic coordinator. Miss Amita Singh Dangi, PGDM program coordinator. Miss Durga Vijayan, PGDM program coordinator. Miss Parinima P, executive education academic coordinator. Academic coordinators. Mr. Amit Pasha, executive assistant, executive director office. Miss Nehal Dorda, coordinator, international programs. Miss Athila S. J, ERP and IQAC coordinator. Miss Saraswati P. K, senior coordinator, international programs. Admissions team. Mr. Ashwani Singh, senior business development manager. Miss Poonam Chetri, assistant manager, admissions. Miss Nazni Khatun, manager, admissions. Miss Farheen Sayed, assistant manager, admissions. Miss Sushmita Kumari, team lead. Mr. Ameyo Roy, team lead. Miss Sohini Mukherjee, admissions counselor, admissions team. Mr. Mohammed Abuzar, assistant manager, admissions and operations. Mr. Ahmed Yusuf Ali, assistant manager, admissions. Miss Ria Paswan, assistant manager, admissions. Miss Lakshmi Alekya, senior admissions counselor. Miss Anjali Khandare, team lead. Miss Manasa S, admissions counselor. Miss Sonali Verma, admissions counselor. Admissions team. Miss Rini Saha, admissions counselor. Mr. Devajyoti Bhattacharya, executive, admissions and outreach. Mr. Murli Krishna Nayak, senior MIS executive and operations. Miss Kaushalya D, senior MIS executive. Mr. Amal Krishna K, MIS executive and operations. Mr. Chandan Chandrakant, admissions counselor. Miss Lucille Bonwin, front office. Placements team. Miss Amina Satter, placement chair. Miss Kanaka G. V, placement assistant. Miss Ramya S. V, placement officer. Mr. C.R. B, MIS executive. Human resource team. Miss Bhavna Nagesh, senior HR manager. Miss Ramya Y, HR executive. Mr. Sajas C. V, HR assistant. Examination team. Mr. Nasaya B, administrator. Mr. Kumar, office superintendent. Miss Hamsaveni P, first division assistant. Mr. Raju S, exam assistant. Accounts team. Mr. Lalit Kumar, chartered accountant. Miss Maya Manohar, accounts executive. Miss Celestine M. Kitu, accounts executive. Knowledge Center team. Dr. Basaf Raj N, librarian. Mr. Mohan Kumar, librarian. Mr. Lingappa, assistant librarian. Information technology team. Mr. Nasir Ali, system administrator. Mr. Srisan K.P., desktop support. Creative team. Mr. Orsino Stanstos, visual interaction designer, integrated visual communication. Mr. M. Toyamba Mitai, Resident Digital Creator. Mr. Timu Mukesh, Photographer. Facility Team. Major Rajashekar, Administrator and Campus Manager. Mr. Rajesh Kumar Pandey, Campus Supervisor. Mr. Shekhar, Administration Executive. Facility Team. Mr. Sendil Kumar, Sports In Charge. Mr. Shoma Shekhar, Estate Supervisor. Sister Shobha G, In-house Staff Nurse. Support Team. Mr. Abhishek, Mr. Jalesha, Mr. Shyamlal. Other supporting teams. Housekeeping team, cafeteria team, security team. We wholeheartedly welcome you. Our journey together has just begun.
Anybody from Andhra Pradesh here? Normally, people from Andhra Pradesh will have long names. So my parents, my grandparents named me as Ananta Padmanabha Swami Raju. After I did my engineering, that is only BE, I said, please cut short my name because my degree is so short and my name is so long. Looking at the faculties and their qualifications, some of their names fall short to the qualifications that they have. This makes sure that you guys are in safe hands. Such an august gathering and such well-educated faculty. I'm so impressed with so many of them. Everybody has been handpicked so that the best can be delivered to the World Cup batch. Okay, with that, now that you're in safe hands with such a beautiful faculty team, it's time for us. I think we should wind up today, right? Okay, it's been a long day. So thank you everybody for having stayed over here. And also, we would be concluding this inauguration ceremony in a little while from now. But before that, I would like to thank every single person here who's been here for the last couple of hours. As we draw our wonderful inauguration ceremony to a close, it's my honor and privilege to extend our deepest gratitude. First and foremost, a heartfelt thank you to our guests, whoever has come over here. Thank you so much for coming and gracing this occasion with your presence and sharing your invaluable sights. Your words of wisdom have truly inspired us all. So much so that now I'm thinking just be after my name is not enough. I'm going to probably talk to Kavita ma'am and see if we can give me an MBA admission also. A special thanks to our esteemed faculty members whose education and hard work continue to shape the future of our students. Your commitment to excellence is the backbone to this institution. We also extend our sincere appreciation to our distinguished alumni. Thank you so much, Mr. Santosh, sir, for coming and giving us all the input, and also for the ongoing support for being exemplary role models to our students. And also to our administrative support staff, your behind the scenes efforts ensure the smooth functioning of our program. We are immensely grateful for your hard work and dedication. Like many people still do not know who supplied the water bottle, who arranged for this. So these are all unsung heroes that we all need to celebrate. And of course, a big thank you to our new MBA World Cup batch students and their families. Your enthusiasm and trust in our program are what makes our journey worthwhile. We are excited to embark this educational adventure with you. The first day, welcome you all once again. Once again, I would like to thank all those for making this event a grand success. We look forward for a productive and enriching academic year. So have a lovely and a wonderful day ahead. Thank you all so much. My name is Raja and I'm the MC. I was the MC for this entire thing. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Yes, before we wind up, definitely, we are going to be playing the national anthem, and I would like everyone to rise up. And I hope the same national anthem plays there in Paris as well, as Manu Bakar goes for the third medal. And hopefully it's a gold for us. 1:30, her shoot starts, and let's pray for it. May I request everyone to kindly rise up. And as we play the national anthem, I want you all to be proud.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. How many of you got a tear in the eye? Most of you would have such a moment today, and I hope we all win. I'm wishing you all a very, very great academic year ahead. With that, I would like to request the audience to kindly be. Oh, I wanted to do something like a 15-second game, but then I think I'll keep it for some other time because we were really short of time. It's just that 5 and 15 second. I would request everybody else to kindly stay seated while our guests depart. We also have arranged for the lunch, ladies and gentlemen. We will be having this in a little while from now as well. May I request all the audience to kindly be seated until our guests leave.